Welcome to our new series, the 200 Movie Challenge. Our goal this year is to watch 200 movies that we haven't seen yet. If you want to listen to the full podcast where this clip is from, the link will be in the description. Now enjoy today's movie.
But Soto, your second movie
Yeah.
is actually a
Yeah.
very relatively new movie and very current.
It's the newest movie I've seen.
So tell me about this.
So, Resident Evil, huh? You
Resident
like
Evil.
that movie? You like those games?
I love those. You know I love those games. And I know you hate those games, but that's besides the point.
I mean, I've played quite a few of them, but so my next movie is the movie Weapons, which just came out this year. And the director, Zach Kreger, is directing the Resident Evil reboot that is currently in production. So Zach Kreger, who directed Weapons, is going to be doing Resident Evil. He's working on it right now. I think it's going to be releasing in 2026. So there is going to be a Resident Evil reboot movie. And it is going to be directed by Zach Kreger from The Whitest Kids You Know. And this movie, I'm going to tell you right now, the premise of it is that in the middle of the night at 2:17 a.m., all these neighborhood kids in this one classroom run out of their houses at the same time and disappear into the night. And nobody knows why. Okay? That's the premise of the movie. And the family's like they're at the school and they're like, what the fuck? Like, why is it only this classroom? Except for one kid. One kid did not go into the night in the classroom. So you have a whole classroom except for one kid and the teacher, and all of them have gone missing. And you see ring cameras, and they're running out in the middle of the night, like in a very specific posture, and they're all running into the night the same exact way at the same exact time, 2:17. That's the premise.
Okay.
So, like, as we always say on this, and we've been doing 10 months now, fucking almost 11 months. We're always like, you know what? It's so hard to nail a premise that has a satisfactory like resolution, right? Because
Correct.
anybody could come up with a premise that is mysterious. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe this, right? Like you wake up one morning and you're chained to your ex-husband who has no head or whatever, and you're like, I want to see where this goes. And so that's exactly what this movie is. And at first I was kind of like, where is this going? And then it ratcheted up a notch, and then so the narrative is done in a character perspective way. So it's out of order. Not to the extent of Pulp Fiction, but that's the kind of narrative structure that it is. It's like you'll start off with one person's perspective, and then it'll switch to another one's, and then as you switch perspectives and it goes back, you eventually get the full story, right? You've seen this a million times.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how this plot unfolds, with the mystery of the teacher and the parents thinking that she had something to do with it, and then the kid not talking, and he's got something to do with it. What unfolds is one of the most like iconic horror movies that I've ever seen. In any, like, I've never seen anything like this kind of vibe. And the reason I say that is because there are just ways that this evolves. Like, there's a character in this movie that is like gotta be the number one Halloween costume this year, because like that's how impactful this character is, and how the story happens. It's fucking wild. And the ending sequence is one of the craziest fucking ending sequences I've ever seen. Like, in a horror movie, in any movie, like, it's fucking, like, I was like, where is this movie going? And the way it all came together, I was like, holy shit. And then the crescendo of the last, like, scenes, I was like, oh my god, this movie is fucking out of control. Didn't expect it. Because most movies are, like, hyped up, right? We hear about movies and we're like, okay, how's this movie going to be? And then you're like, oh, whatever. And I wouldn't say that it's like scary, because I don't really get scared from movies anymore. I know you don't. You probably don't either. I mean, you get like kind of probably spooked, but you don't actually get scared. You just appreciate like what you're seeing, right? Like, you appreciate the vibe it's giving off, and then that's how you can enjoy it. And so with this movie, the way the story unfolded and the way the story ended up, I mean, the ending was so fucking crazy and great that it actually elevated the movie for me a little bit. And so I was surprised that I actually saw a movie that had hype to it and then lived up to that hype. I think that this movie was that impactful. Now, of course, I've talked about Sinners, which kind of hit me out of nowhere, and that was unexpected. But if you are a fan of horror and you like a spooky setup, and then you like, twists and turns, and then a banger of an ending. I mean, I'm talking about this is one of the best endings I've seen in a long time. It is fucking crazy. And you know what? It's actually kind of the ending is like kind of like one of the most violent things I've seen outside of Terrifier.
Damn. I will say this, Soto.
Yeah.
When I knew you watched this, I this has been on my radar like when I first heard about it. So I might try and check this out next week, and I'll give a quick update if I get an extra movie in. But
You should.
no, because I've heard a lot of good
Definitely
things,
should.
and I kind of was like, man, and I just this week I couldn't squeeze it in, but I'll get to that. But yeah, no, it looks. I've heard again a lot of good things about it, so I'm glad it for you. And if it lived up to your expectations, I mean, we've talked a lot.
Oh, it's fun as fuck.
Yeah,
I had a great time watching. Yeah, and it was a good, solid horror movie. And if you could watch it this weekend, obviously you have access to it, so definitely watch it. I was just surprised because I really didn't know what I was getting into. I watched the trailer, but I didn't really buy into the hype so much. I knew that it was a big deal, but I went into it blind and I let the movie just kind of do what it was doing. And this is one that I will definitely be watching again. If not this year, I will watch again moving forward because now I want to see, like, it's one of those movies where when you watch it the second time,
you get more out of it.
You're gonna be like, oh my god, I didn't even pick up on that. I didn't pick up on that. That's the kind of movie this is.
Wow, so this could be high up on your list. It's sounding like do we sort of have a top 10 movie? Do we have a top 5 movie?
It is not a top 5 movie, but
Okay.
it is a top 10 movie.
All right, where are we putting this?
Where this is gonna fall is gonna be right now. This is gonna be number 7, so it's gonna be just under Godzilla -1.
And over the fall.
Over the fall.
Over
Yeah,
the
I mean,
fall.
it's just the more I think about this movie, the more I appreciate how original that it is. And it's just a good, solid ass, clean fucking horror movie. Gets in, it gets out, and then the ending is like the ending I didn't see coming. And when it was happening, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it blew my mind. So
That's all you can ask for.
not to hype it up, but that's
no.
I feel like if you watch it, you'll be like, "What the fuck?" Like, I can't even like. There's no way I could even spoil it. Like, there's no way you could guess what the ending of this movie is going to be like.
No, and I'll talk about it. Like I said, if I see it, I'll give it a quick update and add it to my list. So we'll go from there.
But if this guy is the director of Resident Evil,
I can't.
It's gonna be good.
I don't know too much about the reboot. Well, I will say there's another movie that's been on my radar, which hasn't been free, but I've been wanting to see it for the last couple of years. I don't have stars, but it's Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City, and I've just heard that movie's shit. But I want to know why it's shit, and obviously it's Resident Evil. So yeah, well, my friend Marty, we were a long time. He even said it, so I'm like, yeah, and I know it's got a low Rotten Tomato score. So if it ever comes free, I'm not paying for it, but I want to see it.
I'm not paying for